Hey everyone. Hi, hi, hi. How are you doing today? It is Friday, yes, and I am about 15 minutes early today, or maybe 20 minutes early today, because I have a workshop that I'm in, and I just had to take some time out to come and be with you guys because I know how it is important for you to get the information that I'm going to give you today. So if you're gonna be watching me live, let me know where you're watching me from and my eyes. Let me know where you're watching me from. And if you're gonna be watching the replay, also let me know where you're watching from because today is a special day. Today is a special day because today we're gonna talk about telling your story and sharing your journey for real. So because leaders have to have followers. Leaders need somebody following them. Leaders can't just be leading. Who are they leading? They have to have someone following them. The CEO has to have all. If you become the CEO of your company, you have mid-level managers and supervisors and all that good stuff, part-time workers. You got a lot of people who are depending upon you, who you lead. So if you lead, then there got to be somebody following you. So that's where it's at, my friend. So telling your story here on social media or on your Facebook page or in your group or wherever can help you to gain followers because followers are going to follow somebody that kind of resonate with them, somebody that kind of send the same thing as they are, kind of somebody that they emulate, somebody that they want to, okay, I want to see what's going on over there. I want to see, yeah, oh yeah, that's where I was. Oh yeah, this person is just the person that I need to hear from on a regular basis, or they got what I need. So I'm gonna be following them. So leaders need followers. So today we're gonna talk a little bit about that, and I'm gonna share a story with you. All right, because we need to share our story. That is one way we gain followers here on social media. That's one of our strategies that we use, sharing our story, gaining followers and or gaining a following or building a following and gaining influence here. Because I'm sure all of us wants to market here on social media. So what do I do? If we have not met before, my name is Yvette Garel and I coach and I train entrepreneurs, home based business owners, MLM, direct sales persons, how to leverage the power of social media and take their business online to get the success that they're looking for. Okay. Now, the internet is a big, wide world out there, and social media is just one entity. But social media is powerful and social media is busy. Okay. Now, marketing on social media takes on a different flair. And that's what we are here to help folks understand how to market on social media and to use the strategies to help them to get the traction that they need in their business. So, here we go. So, today we want to focus on story. What's your story? What are you sharing here in social media? Facebook, for example, has a section that and they call stories. Instagram has the same. They have features you can share a story. Now, what's a story? You want to ask me what's a story? I'm asking you what's a story. I remember when I was a little girl going to school, my teachers read from the storybooks to us. We would sit at their feet, maybe sometimes after lunch or maybe when somebody's really being disturbed in the class, they'll say, okay, guys, gather around. And now she would take up a book and she would read a story and settle us down. Nowadays, we take up our phones and read the story, right? So a story, it's a kind of a series of events that happened to someone or about something and it led up to there's a point where the story ended that way, but this ending of the story could be the beginning of another story, if you're following me. So a story is a series of events that happened at a particular time, maybe to a particular person or in a particular situation, and you want to relate it to somebody else. So you have a story and I have a story, and we have multiplicity of stories. If you think about your life, you have a lot of stories. You can talk about your educational journey. If you have a health journey, you can talk about that. You can talk about maybe you're in your community or on your job without naming, without being specific to some things. But you can talk about things you can talk about driving up the road one evening from work. You could talk about you went to a convention somewhere. You could talk about, you meet at the bar or wherever, in your lounge room, or maybe at the coffee shop, and you sit around hanging out with your friends and you all chat all kinds of stuff, sharing, telling some stories. You talk about stuff. You could be like, oh, well, just on a lonely walk, you were walking one day and this is what happened. A story says it's some eventful situation, right? And we all have stories, and every day there is a story. Every day you can find something to talk about that has happened in your life, in the life of your business, around your family, wherever you are. You can talk about the story. You can talk about the story. And as I said, there are some things that you cannot be specific. You can maybe can use a person's name. You don't want to get too specific and hurt anyone's get into that get into hurt anyone's feelings, or maybe into their private business. But you can speak of the story in general terms, and you have no idea who you would be helping with that particular story. But so we have to craft the story, right? We have to craft the story so it actually flows and makes sense. So then you're gonna say, so Miss Yvette, so how do I tell my story? What's the purpose of me telling my story? Now, if you realize that all the things that you're seeing on social media, whether it's a TikTok dance, whether it's reels, whether it's the post, and all those things, all those are telling a story. So if I post on social media, like right now, if I post, say I have a picture here, um, say I post, oops, say I post this on social media. You are capable of amazing things. If I post this on social media or on my personal page, you are capable of amazing things. I may be saying to someone, you are capable of amazing things. I'm helping someone to build up their confidence, because you know what? Because I know for sure, for me, that I am capable of some of amazing things. I want to let somebody know. Yeah, because I know that I am capable of amazing things. I want to share with you how. And I want to tell you that you are capable of amazing things. Don't let anybody dumb you down. No. So I want to build up your confidence. I want to encourage you. I want to maybe, and I'll tell you maybe why I said that, why I posted that on social media. So if I post that on social media, on my personal profile, I'm intentional. And if I post it on my business page, I'm intentional. I'm sending a message to someone. I'm encouraging someone. I'm inspiring someone. And I'll probably below that, I may just share maybe just one instant where you could relate being capable of amazing things, because I'm going to tell you what happened to me and how I maybe overcame and accomplished something. So I'm going to say, okay, if I can do that, you can do that. So I'm going, so stories, my friend, yes, they resonate with folks. People will realize that, hey, this person was once where I was, where I am. So if they can get from point A to point B, I can do that too. Let's see how they did it. So you start to become curious now into a person's story. You want to know, how did they get from point A to point B? How did they get to earn this six-figure income? How did they get to earn this multiple six-figure income, or multiple streams of income, or whatever? How did they get to buy that house on the hill when they just work a regular job down the street? How did they do that? How did they get to buy that motor car? Man, I've been dreaming about that car, and I've been working my butt off, and I still can't make any headway. Let's see. Let me check into them. They might be able to tell me maybe something that I'm not doing right. Let's hear what their story looks like. When the person would share their story, then you'd be like, oh, this is what I'm missing. This is what I'm not doing. This is what, yeah, I understand. Yeah. So you kind of make that connection. Okay. Now, let me share a story with you. in 4 years ago, when I decided that I wasn't going to go back to my when I had to separate from my job. Yes, I did, because of health reasons. I had to separate from my job. Took me a little long time to get out of to recover because I had surgery. Yes, I did. I did back surgery, so my recovery was, taking me a while. And I thought about my whole health system and how my body and the job that I was doing. And I kind of weighed the circumstances, and I said, I don't know. I think going back to the job, I don't know. My doctors told me a couple of things, in post surgery about what they did to my back and what I needed to do, the do's and the don'ts, right? So I had to weigh that. I had to weigh the work that I had to do on the job, and I had to weigh my health later for the future. So I put all of those in that little balance. My goodness, my allergy. I put all of those in the little balance, and I looked at my life, and I looked for I think about my children. I think about my husband. I think about where would I find myself just in case I would start back on the job and I had to go back in the hospital, and all that journey started all over again. Or maybe I slipped or something just happened. I'm thinking that way. Didn't have to be that way, but I have to think, okay, all right, I would go back on the job and everything worked out well. But then my performance would have dropped because now I'm in a recovery mode. I wouldn't be like I'm on my peak. It would take a journey to get on my peak again. So I weigh those circumstances. What are the benefits for me apart from making a paycheck? When I weigh those benefits, so it's a lot of stuff that's packed up in that one little journey about um, after surgery, the decision that I made to separate from the job. So for me, I've had to put in all of those little nuances and variables and weigh them and see how might the benefits to be derived from going back to the job or not going back to the job. So it's a personal decision, but at the same time, I had to make, I think about how I'm going to pay my bills, right? I need to make money. I had to have a paycheck. I need to, I don't want to suck up on my savings or my retirement. You have to make decisions like these. I'm sure that you had to make decisions like these, or you are making decisions like these. Yeah. So you put all of that and you keep, churning. It's just like you're making a cake and you're mixing that sugar and that butter, and you just churning it around, mixing it around for it to become creamy. Yeah. Blending it together. And you keep mixing because it's all these things. Yeah. What about your future? What about your all these things. Yeah, you have a family. Oh, that's huge. You got to take all those things. You got to present your case, because you're not existing. Now, if you live alone and it's just you, then that's different. But I live with my family. I had to take that conversation to them. And of course, some of the things that I was presenting wasn't what they wanted to hear. But at the end of the day, I had to make a decision. So when I decided that I was going to separate from the job, now, that's a tough decision. That's a tough decision. But that was pretty much based upon my health, the impact. At the end of the day, the impact on my health. So there we go. So moving for us forward, now that's the end of that story. Now you start the chapter of another story. Now what happens after that? See where I'm going? How do you think people write books? Huh? They write books. This chapter after chapter after chapter. So now I'm at the end of that chapter. Yep. Decided that I was going to separate from the job because the impact on my health would be greater than me going there, getting a paycheck, and then, rolling down the road later on and I'm feeling hurt and even more hurt. So start the next chapter. Now I had to decide what I was going to do from here moving forward. So it was at this point that I entered into network marketing business. Yes. So network marketing business was just that vehicle that I saw that I could jump in and drive to land me to the next point that I was trying to reach. Now, I know that I would be the driver of that vehicle. Now, what was I going to take in that vehicle? Would be what are my offers, what are my products, what I was gonna, what am I offering, what product would I be offering to people, what would I be saying to people. So all of that, now I'm in this vehicle, I'm in the driver's seat, I have to package all of that. Yes. I saw you partner with this company. Yes, that is a vehicle they give you to drive. Now your products, your offer, your opportunities, all that now is left to me. How am I going to use um, present those to people? Because the network marketing concept is a powerful concept, my friends. And so when you think about it, okay, so you're at that juncture and you're like, okay, now I'm in the driver's seat of this vehicle, and now I need to pick up some passengers, right? I need to pick up some passengers so I can make some money and take them where they want to go, drop them off, and move from destination to destination. You following me? So your story embodies a whole lot of stuff. So you can slice it, dice it, however you want to, but tell your story, because I'm telling you, when I at move fast forward, so at this juncture that I'm at in my story, so we move the network marketing business into the digital network marketing and online marketing, all that's wrapped up. Yeah. So what if I go back and start another chapter? Yes, I went into network marketing business. I had a product, I had an opportunity. Okay. So we worked that. Now what happens? We talk about the impact, talk about the benefits, all that into that story. And like, okay, so what happened? Did I make money? Did I not make any money? Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, you can write a book. That's how people write books, my friends. Tell your story chapter by chapter. Make sure they connect. Yeah. And become relatable. Yeah. So people understand. I didn't leave from the job and end up here online marketing and, grabbing leads and sales and so on and so forth. Right. I did some work and I had to make some decisions. I did get into mentorship and all of that good stuff. I had to read, I had to personally develop myself. So it's a lot. And so tell your story. People want to know because they see you. Oh, yeah, we come online all day long and we look like this doing our Facebook lives and so on and so forth. And, we look beautiful, but there's a story behind all of that. So when I tell our story, let people take people on our journey. If we want to gain followers and have influence online, that's primarily what we have to do. Yes, we have to bring in the other strategies. Yes, we have to bring in the other tool. But if you start telling your story, I guarantee you're going to have a following. People like-minded to you. I'll say, oh, I was right there. I want to know what she did to get over there. Oh, yeah, I was in my home-based business. I was just churning and I was making any money. I had to, put this money out. I was talking to people. I getting all the rejection. And now I am. Yeah. So tell your story. And we can do a number that we don't have to tell it all the time in every instance. But the more you tell it and the different parts you choose, it's going to help you out. Okay. So today is Friday. And I'm sure you're wrapping up your work week or you're in the middle of your work week, wherever you are in your work week and whatever is going on. I only hope that you did crush some goals this week. You did make some impact. You did help some people. You did move the needle in your business even one notch. So whatever you do, my friends, just get together for the rest of the day. Go out and crush it. Make your plan for next week and continue to put down your plan moving forward into the new year, into 2022. It's not too late. You can still make a plan for 2022. All right. Now, you know what I like to do on a Friday. I like to wrap up. And so I'm going to head back over to my workshop. Yes, I might be here. And so we'll talk on Monday. Monday mindset. So we're gonna move. I'm gonna move right over on my workshop, back to my workshop. But I want you to think about this. Tell your story. We want to increase our following, build our influence online. A powerful way to do that is tell your story. One of the ways you can continue to tell, if you want to learn more from Yvette about how to package a story, how to get it out there,
Recording in progress.
Yvette Garrell online. You can do that. YvetteDarrell.com/AMF, where you can get on and and get help. So as I said, I gotta run back over. They're beckoning me. So I will talk to you on Monday. Take care of yourself, and as always, be safe.